This person says they need kerosene and pleads to anyone, anywhere, to send them some fuel. Good evening, this is News 7 for Thursday, March 17th. This program will be extended till 8:55. The self-defense forces today dumped water from the air in an urgent attempt to cool down the number 3 reactor at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power station. Heating is building up inside the reactor's pool, storing spent nuclear fuel rods, raising the possibility of a massive radiation leak. Nearly a week after the massive earthquake and tsunami, the extent of damage still remains unclear. 5,583 people have now been confirmed dead. Police say the number of dead and missing has topped 15,000. Electricity remains in short supply. The Tokyo Electric Power Company has asked railway companies in Tokyo and neighbouring prefectures to reduce their train operations this evening due to fears of a massive power outage. The SDF helicopter is carrying water in what looks like a large bucket. The operation began shortly before 10 a.m. The 2 helicopters at a time drew seawater into buckets that can hold up to 7.5 tons each. The water was released over the number 3 reactor 4 times during the morning. The number 3 reactor building was badly damaged by an explosion. The number 4 reactor has suffered fires over the past 2 days. Both have developed abnormalities with their pools holding spent nuclear fuel. The pool is located outside the reactor containment vessel. It's designed to cool spent fuel rods, risk of a radioactive leak. This footage was taken from an NHK helicopter before the water dumping operation began. What appears to be white vapor was constantly rising from the number 3 reactor. It was most likely water evaporating from the storage pool. Vapor was also rising from time to time at the number 4 reactor. Amid fears of a radiation leak, the government's emergency nuclear task force asked the self-defense forces and National Police Agency to urgently carry out cooling operations. Defense Minister Toshimi Kitazawa says that due to the extremely high level of radiation, it has been difficult to make a decision to spray water from the ground. But today, he says, was the limit for action. He says the Prime Minister and himself made a grave decision, and the SDF Chief of Staff made his own grave judgment. He says the Chief of Staff decided that SDF troops should go ahead with the aerial operation to dump water. Chief Cabinet Secretary Yuko Dano says conditions at the number 3 reactor's storage pool required that it take priority. He says he was told that this is why the aerial operation first targeted this reactor.